Hey guys, it's Gabby. In today's video about voiceover, I want to talk to you about something really serious. You know, a lot of times I make jokes and I do some goofy stuff in my videos to just kind of have fun with it. But today I really do want to be very serious about this topic because I think it's important for everyone in voiceover. And really, if you're brand new to voice acting, if you're aspiring to be a voice actor, then this video is 100% for you in 2025 because it might be the single most important message you hear about voiceover this year. What I want to talk about is paid jobs that mask themselves as voiceover jobs, but really aren't. And what I'm talking about is AI training. AI training is everywhere right now. The demand is insane. Okay. And I want to reference a couple things on this because I've done AI videos before, but I'm just seeing so much of this. Generative AI, which is the thing that all companies are trying to compete in right now and what they're all trying to train, right? Generative AI, it needs to be fed. And it needs to be fed a constant supply of new information, of new ideas, and of new content in order for it to learn. The reality is it's not really learning. Justine Bateman, Jason Bateman's sister, who is also an actress, she probably describes it better than anybody. And what she said in a video that you can look up on YouTube is that basically it's like a blender, right? When you're making a smoothie for yourself, you put ingredients into a blender and then you blend them up. Did it somehow change the ingredients? Not really, right? They're all in there. They're in a different form, but the same ingredients are still in the blender. That's how a lot of AI works right now. Whatever we feed it, whatever we put in the blender, in some way, shape, or form, is what it spits back out. The reason that is so important is because all of these job opportunities that you're seeing, they're on LinkedIn. They're on social media. They're on Indeed. They're on voiceover platforms. They're on Fiverr. They're on Voice123, Voices.com. They're on Upwork. They're on Backstage, Casting Call Club. The list goes on and on and on. What these jobs really are is a company that is paying you money so that you become an ingredient in the blender, so that your voice and the thing you record is then put in the blender with a bunch of other voices so that eventually the AI will either create a totally new voice from the soup that is all of your voices blended together, or to create its ability to pronounce words, to put inflection in the right places, right? To basically mimic a human speech pattern. These are not voiceover jobs. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot say this enough. You're not being paid to do a voiceover. These are not voiceover credits. In fact, taking one of those jobs and participating in that practice is actually detrimental to all of us in the voiceover industry and to the entire voiceover community. It is potentially the collapse of our industry. And if you're brand new and you're just getting into this, what's happening is these companies are targeting you. They're targeting the fact that you want to work. They're targeting the fact that you want to do this and you want to do it so badly that you see a big company name and you see an opportunity for a job and you're jumping on it because you're excited to do it. They're preying on your hopes, your dreams, and your want to be part of this industry. So you have to make the conscious decision to educate yourself about all of this and instead make the decision to not participate in those kinds of jobs, because again, they may equal the collapse of what we do one day. It's not going to be right now. It's not going to be tomorrow, but it could be kind of soon. One of the other things that's really disturbing to me about a lot of these AI training jobs is that they're being attached to really big name tech companies, right? We're seeing these jobs come from Microsoft, from Google, from Meta, from Facebook, right? From tech giants. And you might think like, oh, wow, like this is a big credit. Like I'm getting hired by a real client. But again, you're not. You're not. You can't ever. It will be very, very difficult. I won't say can't, but it will be extremely difficult for you to go out into the voiceover world and put one of these companies as a voiceover credit when in all reality, it's not a voiceover. It's an AI training module. Your voice will never be broadcast anywhere. It will never be heard by anyone. It will never be available to the public. It will never be used in anything that resembles a real voiceover application. Also, just be on the lookout that a lot of these types of AI training jobs, they say things that no other voiceover job would ever say. You don't need a studio. You can record it on your phone. You don't need any experience, right? Those are all dead giveaways because no Fortune 500 company, no big brand name company is hiring a voice actor that doesn't have experience and that doesn't come with a phenomenal studio. Like that, again, it's just not happening. If you are new to this business and you are exploring your voiceover career options and you're learning about the industry, educate yourself on what is happening with AI, be aware of what AI training is, and decline those jobs because they are not voiceover jobs. You know, this industry is not going anywhere anytime soon, and we are definitely still being booked, being hired, and actors will always have a place in the arts and in various forms of media like voiceover. But at the moment, what we're also trying to do is protect our likeness and protect our intellectual property. So please join us in that process and help us to protect our livelihood and our future. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.